Imagine a scene, carefully constructed in your mind. You have diligently done your research, immersing yourself in countless articles, generously purchasing the most delightful toys, and meticulously preparing the most comfortable and inviting bed imaginable. Then, the door of the carrier swings gently open, and a small, fluffy being hesitantly enters your dwelling. In your most cherished dreams, this creature immediately begins to purr contentedly, rubbing affectionately against your legs, and curling up peacefully in your lap. You are anticipating instant companionship, a profound connection, love blossoming at first sight. However, what unfolds in reality often deviates significantly from this idyllic vision. Silence pervades the air, and a pair of large, apprehensive eyes gaze back at you from the shadowed depths beneath the sofa. 1 hour slowly passes, then 2, and then the entire evening stretches onward, and your new companion remains concealed, completely ignoring both the tempting food and your gentle, reassuring coaxing. A treacherous, unwelcome thought begins to creep insidiously into your mind. Perhaps it simply doesn't like me? Perhaps I have inadvertently done something wrong. Stop. Cease this line of thinking immediately. You have done everything correctly. You simply do not yet know the most important secret to unlocking a cat's heart and earning its unwavering affection, the seemingly magical 333 rule. 3 days in the shadows. Who are you, and what do you want from me? Let us endeavor to perceive the world momentarily through the discerning eyes of your feline friend. It has just been abruptly removed from the only place it has ever known, its familiar and comforting territory, and transported to a vast, echoing universe filled with unfamiliar and potentially threatening smells and unsettling sounds. To this small creature, you are a colossal, unpredictable being, whose intentions are entirely unknown. It cannot determine whether you are a friend or a foe, a source of comfort or a potential danger. Therefore, its sole and overriding objective for the initial 72 hours is simple survival. Hiding beneath the bed is not an act of defiance, nor is it a deliberate attempt to hold a grudge. It is an ancient, deeply ingrained instinct screaming urgently, seek out a safe and secure place. Find refuge. And your primary task at this crucial stage is not to forcibly drag it out into the light, but rather to become a part of the familiar surroundings. Yes, a calm, predictable, and utterly harmless component of its new world. Simply replenish the water and food silently and unobtrusively, speak in a low, gentle voice, and avoid any sudden or startling movements. During these first 3 days, you are not actively building a friendship. You are meticulously constructing a solid foundation of safety and security, demonstrating one crucial thing: you are safe here with me. 3 weeks of reconnaissance. The first tentative steps toward trust. Once your cat is finally convinced that you harbor no intention of consuming it, the true magic begins to unfold gradually. Usually, during the second or third week, curiosity begins to outweigh fear, prompting exploration and discovery. It makes its first tentative forays from its hiding place, typically under the cloak of darkness, when the house is quiet and still. And you begin to observe those small, seemingly insignificant, but incredibly important victories. There it is, cautiously eating for the very first time while you are present in the same room, a significant step forward. There it is, cautiously sniffing the leg of your armchair, exploring its new surroundings with tentative curiosity. And then, oh, a true miracle! It allows itself to drift off to sleep, not hidden beneath the sofa, but curled up comfortably in a corner on the rug. Each and every one of these steps represents a giant leap forward in your burgeoning relationship. It is during these 3 weeks that its true personality begins to emerge, revealing its unique quirks and characteristics. Suddenly, you discover that it adores chasing sunbeams as they dance across the floor, that its ear twitches comically in its sleep, that it inexplicably prefers to drink water only from your glass. It is still cautious and wary, but it is now ready to give you a chance to consider the possibility of friendship. 3 months to the throne. How your home gradually becomes its kingdom. If the initial 3 weeks were a period of tentative reconnaissance, the subsequent 3 months represent a full-scale takeover, a complete and utter transformation. Having successfully navigated the survival and trust stages, the cat finally comes to a profound understanding: this is my home now. And these people are my family, the ones who will care for me. The transformation is truly astonishing to witness. Yesterday's frightened, reclusive creature is now strutting confidently around the house with its tail held high, displaying an air of ownership and authority. It no longer seeks refuge when guests arrive, but instead studies them with an inquisitive gaze, assessing their potential threat level. It greets you enthusiastically at the door upon your return, demands its fair share of affection, jumps playfully on the bed, and brazenly sleeps on your pillow, claiming its rightful place.
This is triumph.
This is the moment you realize that all your patience, your understanding, and your unwavering commitment have paid off handsomely. From a quiet stranger, a creature of mystery and uncertainty, your cat has become the rightful queen or king of its small but very cozy kingdom, ruling with affection and demanding its due. The key lesson of the 333 rule: we don't simply get a cat, we build a world together, a shared existence filled with love and companionship. Therefore, let us explore the true essence of the 333 rule, because what does it truly signify? It transcends the simple notion of being a mere instruction manual designed for the adaptation of an animal to a new environment. Instead, it stands as one of the most profound and impactful lessons in empathy and unwavering patience that one can possibly receive. It serves as a very stark reminder, a potent realization that genuine, deeply rooted relationships, regardless of whether they are formed with a feline companion or with another human being, do not spontaneously materialize with the mere snap of one's fingers. These relationships necessitate a significant investment of time, a consistent respect for personal boundaries, and crucially, an unyielding willingness to truly understand the other individual. We cannot coerce or force another being into loving us, no matter how much we may desire it. However, what we can actively do is meticulously create a secure, welcoming, warm, and inviting world, a cozy environment in which that elusive love has the very best chance to be born organically and flourish entirely on its own accord. And when, after a period of 3 months have passed, your cat, who once exhibited a palpable fear of your very shadow, finally approaches you and contentedly curls up upon your chest, you will undoubtedly come to a significant realization that you have not simply acquired a pet through a transaction. You have, in fact, painstakingly built an entire universe, a complex and beautiful ecosystem, fundamentally based on the solid foundation of mutual trust. And that, you can absolutely believe me, is utterly priceless, possessing a value that extends far beyond any monetary measure.